So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Yeah, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot.
Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
1, 2, testing 1, 2. My mic sounds nice. What about yours?
Testing.
Oh, my girl is in the building. So listen, welcome to another episode of the LaTangela Show podcast. You never know who's going to be in the hot seat or on the tan line, but I promise you this. I have questions that need answers. And now this one is even coming with the extension for a demand, a call of action. Because, you know, when Rhonda comes through the door, I always be like, well, you know, you good people because my mama name is Rhonda. However, Rhondas are always the first ones to know how to work on your last nerve, too. So today, Rhonda definitely fits that section because she is here as the friendly reminder of yes or no. I ask you the questions all the time. Did you get your steps in today? Mental, physical, spiritual, it's all important. And being in tune with our body, it's important.
Absolutely.
Especially during these hot summer months, baby.
Absolutely.
Ain't nobody winning but the sun right now.
Exactly.
Nobody's winning but that sun, and it comes out swinging every day. But Rhonda is a fitness guru, the fitness extraordinaire. She is here to help you and your crew step your game all the way up.
Period.
Welcome to the hot seat, my love.
How are you today?
I'm holding on. Listen, I feel all right. You know, like applied pressure. When you know your friends are going to do right, you are forced to do right.
Right.
So I knew you were coming in today. I got an extra mile in on that bike today.
Okay,
in case you asked me.
Okay.
I'm like...
You already prepared.
Ask me. Did you get your... Ask me today, sis. Now, don't ask me tomorrow. Because I'm feeling it already right now, right? So the consistency and, of course, educating people and inspiring people to do what needs to be done.
Absolutely.
What has been one of the biggest hurdles for you as a fitness extraordinaire to get people motivated, but also to keep us consistent with our workouts?
What has been one of the biggest hurdles is that trying to get them to keep them consistent.
Yeah.
So by doing that, what I try to do is make my classes fun
and
interesting.
Yeah.
So I try to use that as motivation to bring them in. Like something new that I've started this week. I've added in some DJ mixes to my class.
Okay.
So,
with the dip it low.
Yeah. So, you know, at this point, you know, are we in the club or are we in the gym? Because we don't know. You know what I'm saying?
You hitting this over the head with a whip wham.
So the best of both worlds. So that's how I try to keep them motivated, keep them consistent, because that has been the biggest hurdle. Yeah. Especially here in Louisiana, because I started my journey in Atlanta. And so the fitness industry out there is very different from the fitness industry out here.
Now, I want you to talk about that, right? Because when you go different places, and I'm just going to tell you, I travel a great deal for work. And you notice the difference, right? In Louisiana, we celebrate everything with food. We can be happy, we're celebrating with food. We're sad, we're celebrating with food.
Exactly.
It's a divorce party, a baby shower. We showing up for the food and want to know who made the potato salad.
Exactly.
You know? And I know that everyone across the world loves food, but here it's like not just our passion, but it's an obsession.
Yes.
And then it becomes an addiction.
Yes.
And it's hard to let go of an addiction, right?
Right.
But then even when you come down to the eateries, you notice that when you order something, and we go to different states, I'll give you an example. I went to Rhode Island.
Okay.
Placed an order for something that I typically would order here in Louisiana. They brought it out. It was almost like the appetizer size versus what they would feed us
down here.
Okay. The portion control is just automatically different in other places.
Okay.
When you go to California, the portion control is automatically different.
Yes.
You go to New York, the portion control is automatically different. So it's almost like we don't have to train our mindset. They control that for you because, you know, half the table with me from Louisiana was like they forgot to bring the rest. I was like, don't.
What the rest of it?
Rhonda, get your people. But I wanted them to ask because I wanted to know too.
You want to know too.
Yeah, but I'm playing it cool or whatever. Right. But you notice the difference, right?
Right.
So when it comes down to getting those steps in and getting to the class and becoming more consistent, even when you're changing our mentality, that's a big fight too.
Yes, absolutely. I tell people all the time, it starts with your mental, your mind.
Yeah.
You have to make it up in your mind like, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I had to do that for myself.
Yeah.
I grew up overweight, most of my entire life. And I was actually in Atlanta for graduate school.
Okay.
And so, I was studying a lot, snacking a lot. So I had even gained more weight after I had graduated.
After the freshman 20 and then
after
some.
that. And so I was like, okay, it's time for me to, get myself together.
Yeah.
But I had to make it up in my mind. And I was so serious for my journey. Like, I was waking up at 4:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Getting to the gym for 5:30. And I was just consistent with that. Once I started seeing the results and even feeling better. Like, I had more energy throughout my day. So for me, that was my motivation to keep it going. Now, down here, when I moved back home, it was a little bit more of a challenge. But I just challenged myself to, keep going. And that's kind of
was like that hurdle, that change, that shift for you. Was it a change of routine, or was it just a complacency, or what was that?
It was a change of routine, first of all. Because at that time I was when I first moved, I was able to continue with my early workouts because I like to work out in the morning.
Get it out the way. Start your day out the right way.
Start your day. Go ahead and get it out the way. And like I said, it gives me energy for the rest of my day.
Yeah.
But then I got pregnant.
Okay. Dear life.
So with a newborn and now a 2-year-old, I could no longer do those morning workouts like I did in the past. So I had to make some changes in my schedule. So that was my initial hurdle as far as why I couldn't, do my early workouts anymore. But I still had to figure out in my schedule where I could still fit it in.
Because it was still a necessity, even more so now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And then, having her and she sees me, working out and doing stuff. So now she, is doing her little thing in the corner when I'm doing my thing. So it kind of just, works hand in hand now.
Yeah.
And now that she's getting older, it is getting a little bit easier as far as, keeping those workouts consistent.
Rhonda, when you talk about your child seeing what you do and those little reflections, those little sponges, it's never too early to start implementing those type of lifestyle habits because that's what it is, right?
Right.
So if we have a late night snacking issue, chances are we're up late night snacking with the kids.
Right.
If we're cooking the wrong things, chances are we're not just eating the wrong things, we're feeding the kids the wrong things.
Exactly.
And they adapt a lot easier than we do. Because they're little sponges and they're okay with, rice cakes, give me the rice cake. And we're sitting there looking like, rice cake?
Right.
What? But we need to at least learn as adults. I have friends, I don't want vegetables. What do you mean?
Right.
I don't like water. It tastes nasty.
What are you talking about?
You know what I mean? So those are the little steps that we should be implementing, especially when we have the kids in the house.
Absolutely.
Because you have to take care of self before you can effectively take care of them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then you have to keep in mind too, like, hey, you want to be here for your kids. You want to be around for your kids, your grandkids, and, just longevity, period. So, working out is not necessarily just about, looking a certain way.
Right.
We all want to be fit and fine or whatever the case may be. But more importantly, it's about your insides. How are you functioning as a person?
Okay. And not just that, but when you are decluttering your body, your mind elevates.
Yes.
It's almost like a strength of clarity when you get that discipline. Because I can tell you when I fall off, I feel the difference. So you have to be consistent. I moved a punching bag from outside of the garage to the left to by the door. I almost scared myself the other night. I was like, who's that? Oh, that's a punching bag. Oh, okay, gotcha. Move the ropes out of the corner and there. So every day there's something that I have to touch.
Right.
And I know that you're doing your step classes. Girl, I got that step in the trunk. I'll be ready. I'll be like, Rhonda on this block, tell her, come on out here, let's get our steps in.
Exactly.
So if we want to join the class, because sometimes we're not self-motivated to do it at home alone. But if we have those group settings to where it is fun, it is something that's guided.
Right.
Especially for a certain amount of time. Because, if I guide myself for 10, 15 minutes, life is good. But that's better than zero. So we want you to start wherever you are. But how long do your classes typically run? And what does it look like if they are a beginner and they just getting started now? Hold on, Rhonda. Don't be up here with all that spinning and twirling and carrying on.
And that's exactly what I be doing. I'm just playing. But my classes typically are an hour long. But I spend the first half of my class teaching or instructing the steps that we'll be doing in the class.
Okay.
So for those who have not stepped before, like I tell people all the time, I go over everything before we get started, so there's nothing to be nervous about.
Okay. I
also inform them that everything we do on the step can be done on the floor as well. So you can work your way up to the step, before you even have to come and actually get on the step.
Right.
Everything we do, you can start off on the floor, and as you get more comfortable or, more consistent with your workouts, then you can absolutely proceed to the step. And then after you get on the step, we can add a riser to it.
Hold on.
So it gets,
wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. She say we're going to add risers. You know what them risers do? You feel them risers all in your thighs and muscles that you didn't even know existed.
Oh, yes.
So we want you to come on out there and get you some, okay? This is open to the public. We really want you to come out and just join a fitness class.
Yes.
Get your steps in. Now, I would highly recommend going out to my cousin because she is passionate about it, and there's no better of an instructor than someone who says, I am being transparent enough to tell you that my issues started with this, that, and that, but I worked around those, right?
Right.
And, here we always do the poof movement, power over obstacles forever. Mm-hmm. That obstacle you had to look at until it poof be gone. Mm-hmm. Even now when teaching your classes, what's one of the biggest obstacles that you face that you just want to look at it and say, look, transparent moment, I have the power over this obstacle, and I'm going to make sure that not only do I get over it, but so does the rest of my class.
I guess it goes back to my consistency as well, making sure that I'm continuing to be that example for my clients, because they, I have older ladies, I have, younger ladies that have come to my class, but they all have given me, so much great feedback. And, you seem like you never get tired. You seem like you never do this. You just keep going. Where you getting your energy from? So I know that everybody is watching me. And so I just want to continue to be that light for them.
Absolutely.
And, like I tell people all the time, too, we all fall off.
Yeah.
Dear life happens. Life happens. But the most important thing for us to do is to keep going.
Absolutely.
And don't stop.
That's it. And you know what? We got information for you because she's doing her classes Monday through Thursday out there in Baker. That's right down the street. Hop, skip, and a half a jump. Street. Traffic ain't bad. Fitness extraordinaire Rhonda Williams is taking it up with solutions for everybody. And that's located at 14504 Plank Road, Suite M. Just follow the car in front of you. See the ladies who are stepping on in that class and crawling on out. That's where we are.
That's where we are.
But we're crawling out with a smile.
Exactly. It's always a good time.
I had so much fun.
It is always a good time.
And of course, you can always hit her up on her social media at THEE.step.up. Or if you want to book your sessions, it's summertime, go get your summertime fine or take the kids with you. If you want to do a group section, why not? Give us a call at 225-384-0335. It's a field trip.
Absolutely. And all of my website information is on my social media as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Hit me in my DMs, reach me at the number that Miss LaTangela just gave you all. And yes, come on, step it up with us.
Step it up.
It's time. I know there's some people out there that have been wanting to get active and just hesitant about it. So just come on out and have fun with us.
Wanting to get active so they can get off of some of these prescriptions.
Wanting
to get active so they can get rid
of
of some of this depression.
Absolutely.
Wanting to get active because they just want to live a more conducive life.
Absolutely.
It's tough getting started. But once you get started, hey, you know what? That's the first step. Why not? Step it up.
Right.
Step it up.
Step it up.
Step it up.
Come on.
I'm working my way to them risers. You better rise with me.
Okay. Come on through.
I know you got more work to do, so I'm going to let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.